I know you have seen a lot of those liquify videos in Procreate or other social media, and I thought maybe it might be fun to create summer drink sticker design, something that would be kind of fun. And we are going to use the liquify tool to make the summer drink look kind of more creamy and realistic, like the syrup is swirling around in there. I don't know, I just thought it might be fun. Hi there, my name is Harini. I teach you how to be more creative with your iPad at edgematters.com. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. If you are a long time subscriber, I'm so grateful to you. Alright, let's get started. Show you how I made this particular design. Please note that everything that I use will be uploaded in the freebies that is linked in the description box now. And I use 12.9 inch iPad Pro with second gen Apple Pencil. Then we are using Procreate. The Procreate only works on an iPad at this time and it is the 5.2 version. Alright, let's get to making this fun little drink. First step, let's sketch out our heart. So the first thing we are going to do is create a screen size canvas at 300 dpi now. I'm going to be using my sketch pencil. It's the technical pen that comes with the default Procreate brushes. And just remember that sketching doesn't have to be perfect. Now, to make my artwork, just select drawing guide and at the bottom just turn on symmetry tool, and that way my lines down the side of my cup kind of look the same now. If you want to know more about symmetry, go check out my Procreate Basics tutorial. I showed some advanced steps in that, or download my Procreate Basic ebook which is free to download from my website under freebies. And then after we draw the sides, we will go ahead and draw an oval for the top. The great thing about doing that is once you draw it, before you move on, you can tap on edit shape at the top there and move it around if you need to get it right. So remember, sketching is not perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can take your own time and you can kind of play with it. Erase, come back to it. Whatever, it's all about mapping everything out. Once I have everything in, I will probably go ahead and get it all centered on the screen and move forward. And you may notice me drawing different things on different layers, so that makes it easier for me to move shapes and to go in erase areas that might be overlapping. And before I go ahead and kind of put everything centered, I will make sure I merge all of my sketch layer pieces together into one, because I am just going to go ahead and use that reference when I start inking here in the next step. And then I will tap on that layer and turn off the assist guide as well as reduce the opacity. That way I can see things better. Alright. Next step is that we are going to add color now. I'm gonna use my color monoline brush and a new layer to start inking, and I usually use black for this and recolor it now. On this new layer I will turn on the drawing assist so I can get that symmetry on those sides, and then I will turn it off so that I can ink the other areas without duplicating it. On the other side, and again get used to using that editing tool at the top. When you draw a piece that's like an arc or something like that where it says edit shape, so that you can go ahead and edit shapes and also get used to drawing things on new layer. And then that way it's easy to move, erase and not damage any other pieces of your artwork. Alright, so when I have everything inked, I'm going to go ahead and merge those inked lines together into one layer. I will make sure the drawing assist is off. Then I'm going to tap on that layer and turn on the reference. And what that does is allows me to reference the line art for color fills. So on a new layer underneath my line art, I will just start dragging in my colors. Now I usually do a new layer for each color to make that a lot easier. Alright, so for this I'm going to go ahead and on the first layer drag in one of the light peach shades. I tend to like to go with the like the second to the lightest shade underneath it, and I'm gonna fill it in each of those areas of my coffee cup. So you will see me take that second pink and then I'm just going to tap and drag in between each one of these. so that it's good to go now. What I'm going to do is take my mono eraser brush and go ahead and just create like a little wavy erase line at the top, so it looks like it filled alright. Step 3. Let's create that coffee look. So we are going to create a new layer above our pink layer, and with a mono brush I'm going to actually create increase it all the way so it's really big, and with the various brown shades at the bottom and pink shades at the top, I'm just going to draw little wobbly lines like this. This is not going to be perfect. You can have fun with this. If you don't like it, it's on a new layer, so you can delete it. It's your choice. Once you have all of your colors in, what you will do is tap on the adjustment icon on the top of your screen. Then you are going to choose Gaussian blur layer and just do a slight little Gaussian blur to the right. I think I did about 5%. Then tap on that adjustment layer again and choose liquify. Now here is my screen. I want you to look at the bottom for the size info, so you can follow the same to get this effect. I'm using the second option right here, and then I'm just tapping, and what it's doing as the pressure I'm pushing down is creating this fun little swirl. If you get it to be too much, just go ahead and hit reset and start it over again. Alright, let's go ahead and stamp in some eyes. I have this brush set and color palette for you in the freebies along with this working file as well. I'm going to tap my little icing on a new layer using white, just like you see here. Now remember, it's not going to be perfect because the cup is transparent, so you want to make your eyes a little transparent as well. Then I like to duplicate it a lot of times and go ahead and click on transform tool, rotate it around just to get a little bit more depth and change that opacity to be even lighter because it's farther away. And once you do all that, you want to clip those to your coffee layer so it stays within the coffee cup. Now I like to turn off my background layer so I can see the sketch a little bit better. Step 5. Let's draw our strawberries now with the mono brush. I'm using this little red color on a new layer, and I'm going to go ahead and just draw this kind of like little heart shapes. They don't have to be perfect, and I'm just going to draw various sizes of them and go ahead and make sure drawing assist is off and reference is off. You want to turn those off and just draw them around, and don't worry if they go over, we will clip them to the coffee layer as well so that you know it looks more real. But I like to do the whole thing just to make sure I'm getting proportion correctly. And again, this is just a fun drawing. These are not accurate strawberries. This is all about having fun. So once I'm done drawing all of my strawberries with this one layer here, I'm actually going to go pick soft brush under the airbrush set, and I'm going to take the next lightest color and kind of tap inside and then do it again with an even lighter. So I'm just kind of like doing a gradation of those colors now with this brush. It's a pressure sensitive, so you may find you are pressing too hard, so you just want to back off a little bit, and you may need to adjust the size per strawberry. So just have fun with this as well. So this is what I'm doing with my strawberries. Alright, on a new layer I'm going to go back to my mono brush and choose the darker color, the darker red. Then I choose for the strawberries and then change the blend mode to multiply. See, I'm doing that right here. And then I may have to adjust the opacity, but I'm just going to go around. I have actually clipped that to the strawberry layers, and I'm just drawing like the little ridges. You might see these again. These are not realistic strawberries. This is just about having some fun with it. You don't have to be perfect with it. Have fun with your art, guys. Okay. Alright, so once I'm done with all this, my strawberries will be drawn, but I need to make them look more like they are in the glass and pressing up against the plastic. Alright, let's go ahead and merge all of our strawberries together and go ahead, and we are going to choose clipping mask so that it goes down to the cup and around it follows all of that. I'm going to bring it below the first layer of ice, and I might bring that opacity of my ice layer up a little bit. Everything needs to look a little more layered, right? So we are gonna see me making some adjustment here, and now I'm on my strawberry layer. I want to go ahead and I just want to choose mask now. When I choose mask on the layer, I'm going to use a black brush on that white with the airbrush, and I'm just going to go ahead and kind of like move around, places where it might be smooshed against the cup where it is not. And because I have masked it, if I don't like it, I can get rid of the mask, and I haven't ruined my strawberry, so you could erase away. But honestly, I like masking better. It is not the same as clipping mask. Okay, it's just a great tool. Notice how if I turn it on and off, you can see. So I can do that. If I don't like something, I can go back. Now I could go over and draw back over with white on that layer mask and actually bring back some things as well. And then I'm going to reduce the opacity of my strawberries a bit. Alright, on this next step, I'm actually going to go ahead and choose white on a new layer above my line art and clip it so that I can get kind of an white outline. That's white now. If you are printing this on white paper, you may need to do more of a gray, so just be aware of it. That will draw the straw on a new layer. I'm going to use the green with mono brush, and I'm just playing with the size on this. Something I like. Honestly, I can't even see what I did. I'm going to go ahead and draw it down the center of my cup like this so that I can get a straw now. What we are going to do is go ahead and do 2 of these. So we will duplicate it. I'm going to turn off the top one, and on the bottom one I'm going to reduce the opacity, and this is what going to look like. It's coming through the cup, or you can see through the cup, so it wouldn't be as an opaque. And then I will go ahead and erase away the top portion of this one so that we don't see that more faded look of the straw at the top. So we are just going to go ahead and use that mono brush to erase that away. Alright, and then on the one above it, we want to turn it back on, and now we need to make sure the full one is not showing below. So we will just erase away. So you can erase things, or you can use layer mask, or let me show you 2 ways. You can do different things in Procreate. So decide what works best for you. We are just going to remove it away from the bottom, and then you will just see me use the eraser here in a second to go ahead and fix the top. Obviously the top of our straw is not going to look rounded like that, right? So now I would come in and probably change my background color to pink or white. That's it. That was how it's done. I know it's a little bit fast, but it was really more about showing you that liquify feature and maybe a little bit of like layering mask, and now you can take this and actually turn it into a sticker. I love that, so I'm gonna put that in my freebies right now. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any question, you can contact me through my email or inbox me. All the links mentioned in the description below. So thanks for being here. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave a comment. When we do all those things, we help each other out, because somebody may see a question that you have that they didn't know about. That's such a great way to be a really helpful community in this fun hot world that we are in. Alright, I will see you in next video. Bye.